Dear Cancer, let's talk today about a shadow that's been following you, a persistent undercurrent trying to chill the sacred warmth in your heart. There's someone in your life, perhaps someone you once cherished, who has looked into the vast ocean of your soul and dismissed it as mere weakness. They've observed your dreams, those secret gardens you've carefully cultivated with care and hope, and labeled them foolish. They've whispered doubts into the air until you started mistaking their voice for your own, leaving you feeling small and insecure at times when your spirit knew it was destined for profound, deep peace. This isn't a story of revenge, my dear. It's a story of revelation. The universe isn't conspiring to punish this person. It's conspiring to reveal the undeniable truth of who you are. You didn't stumble into this situation by chance. Your spirit, in its unwavering quest for safety and authenticity, guided you here because a profound shift is already underway. A chapter is closing an era where this person could cast their shadow upon you without consequence, is ending not with a dramatic confrontation, but with the gentle, unstoppable rising of the tide. If you've ever felt that chilling judgment from someone whose opinion once held sway over you, I invite you to pause and write in the comments below. My feelings were never a weakness. Let this not be an act of defiance, but a quiet, powerful affirmation to yourself and the universe that you are reclaiming ownership of your inner world. A force far greater than any single human emotion is subtly reshaping the world around you. It's not positioning you as an instrument of vengeful karma. Instead, it's positioning you to be a living testament to truth. Soon, this person will stand before you, not in defeat, but in awe. They will witness the full depth and strength of your being, and in that moment, they will understand. They won't feel punished. They will feel the profound regret of a safe harbor they refused to enter, a warmth they chose to ignore. What we'll explore together in the next few minutes isn't a battle plan, but a soul map guiding you through this beautiful, natural unfolding. It's a story of divine alignment, where your most inherent qualities, your compassion, your resilience, your nurturing heart, become the very catalysts that restore a balance they once tried to disrupt. Can you already feel it? A subtle shift in the tides, a quiet reclamation of your emotional space, as if the energy in your life is finally returning to its rightful source, your heart. Let's contemplate this for a moment. Do you recall the weight of their words, the sting of a dismissive glance when you shared a piece of your soul? Every time they questioned your feelings, dismissed your intuition, or called your sensitivity a burden, it was as if they were trying to convince a deep well that it was never meant to hold water. These weren't just fleeting hurts, they were seeds. The universe didn't store them as evidence for a trial, but as catalysts for your growth. Each judgment they cast was a stone you were forced to use, strengthening the seawall of your inner sanctuary. For years, as you quietly nurtured your inner garden, cultivating your gifts, growing wiser and more resilient, this person remained outside the gates, looking through the lens of a faded photograph. They insisted on seeing you as the person you once were, refusing to acknowledge the magnificent being you were becoming. It wasn't a simple oversight, dear Cancer. It was a deliberate choice, a willful blindness born from fear. And now, the natural consequence of choosing to remain in the shallows is that one must eventually confront the depths. Karma, in its purest form, isn't punishment from above. It's the soul's curriculum. It's the universe gently holding up a mirror, showing us the direct result of the energy we've put into the world. In this person's case, karma won't arrive as a storm. It will arrive as you. You, in your simple, authentic, and profoundly peaceful existence, will become the mirror that shows them everything they missed, not to shame them, but to awaken them. The most profound aspect of this journey is that you won't have to force this recognition. You won't need to prepare a speech or present a list of your emotional insights. It will unfold as naturally as the turning of the tide. It's the inevitable result of your unwavering commitment to your own healing, and the universe is now clearing the way for your truth to be seen. Are you ready to simply be yourself, and in doing so, become the reflection that shows this person the vast, beautiful world they missed, by choosing to look away instead of looking inward? What makes this cosmic alignment so pure is that you weren't seeking it. Your heart holds no room for vengeance. While they were nurturing their judgments, you were nurturing your soul. You were living your life, answering the gentle call of your heart, and developing the gifts of empathy and care you were brought here to share. It was precisely this, your authenticity, your lack of resentment, your focus on healing rather than hurting that qualified you to be a beacon of this divine truth. The universe doesn't work through vessels clouded by anger. It works through souls aligned with love and integrity. Let's look deeper with compassion at the root of their doubt. This person didn't doubt you because of any flaw in you. They doubted you because they were viewing the world through the narrow lens of their own emotional limitations. They couldn't comprehend a spirit as deep as yours because their own spirit felt shallow. They projected their own fears, insecurities, and emotional impossibilities onto you. And now the universe will gently show them that what they considered a weakness is not only your strength, but the reality you now inhabit. While they were busy talking about limitations, you were busy living beyond them. Over the coming weeks, you'll begin to notice the gentle signs of this shift. They won't be grand, dramatic events, but quiet moments of grace. A friend will seek you out for your unique wisdom and comfort, validating the very depth this person dismissed. You will be in a room, and you will feel the warmth and trust of others, a stark contrast to the chill of this person's judgment. These aren't signs of a checkmate being prepared. They are the universe sending you love notes, affirming that you are on the right path, that you are trusted and seen for who you truly are. The pivotal moment is approaching. It won't be a confrontation. It will be a situation where you are no longer the one seeking their validation, but they are the one facing a storm needing your safe harbor. Perhaps they will need your compassionate ear, your wise counsel, or simply the sanctuary of your genuine presence. The roles won't be reversed in a power struggle. They will be restored to their natural order. The ocean doesn't seek the approval of a ship. It simply is, and the ship learns to respect its power and its calm. Can you feel this energy of restoration beginning to flow into your life, not as a victory, but as a homecoming to yourself? What's so moving about this process, dear Cancer, is that it doesn't diminish you. It elevates you. To be a conduit for this kind of truth is a sacred responsibility. You aren't being used to teach a harsh lesson, but to offer a profound opportunity for healing for them and for you. They need to learn for the sake of their own soul's journey that underestimating another's heart is a form of self-imprisonment. They need to understand that judging a person's depth from the surface is like trying to guess the power of the ocean by looking at a single wave. And you are the perfect soul to embody this teaching. Where they perceived weakness, you were cultivating quiet resilience. Where they saw oversensitivity, you were building a reality of empathy and connection. Where they predicted you would break, you constructed a fortress of inner peace. Your very existence has become a gentle, loving rebuttal to their entire worldview. The universe chose you because you possess the perfect blend of qualities. You have grown beyond the need for their validation. But you haven't forgotten the sting of being unseen. You carry the humility of one who was once underestimated, yet you now walk with the quiet dignity of a soul who knows its own worth. In the days to come, I invite you to pay attention, not with anxiety, but with gentle curiosity. Observe the opportunities for nurturing and healing that present themselves. They are threads in a grand tapestry, being woven to place you in a position of grace. The universe rarely works in loud, dramatic gestures. It works in whispers, in synchronicities, in a series of ordinary events that, when viewed together, reveal a loving and intelligent design. Also, observe your own heart. When you think of this person, or when their name is mentioned, what do you feel? If you notice that the old hurt or anger has softened into quiet neutrality, or even gentle compassion, this is a sign that you are ready. Your emotional peace is what allows this divine energy to flow through you purely, without the distortion of ego. When the moment arrives, and your heart will know, your only task is to be authentically you. Offer your comfort with kindness. Share your peace with generosity. Embody the grace you have cultivated. The stark, beautiful contrast between the person you have become and the small box they tried to confine you to will be the entire lesson. Are you ready to allow your own authenticity to be the gentle, powerful force that illuminates the truth for both of you? What moves my own soul most deeply, dear Cancer, is what this will reveal about yourself. When you stand in that moment, seeing the recognition in their eyes, you won't feel a surge of victory or a flicker of malicious satisfaction. You will feel something far more profound, something that speaks to the true majesty of your spirit. You will feel compassion, a deep knowing compassion for a soul so trapped in its own narrative of fear that it couldn't recognize the sanctuary of love standing right before it. This compassion won't arise from a place of moral superiority. It will blossom from a place of deep spiritual understanding. You will see with perfect clarity that their doubt was never truly about you. It was a cry from their own soul, a testament to their own fears. Secure, whole people don't need to diminish others to feel significant. They celebrate emotional depth wherever they find it because they know that another's ocean doesn't diminish their own. When this truth settles into your very being, the entire story transforms. This person is no longer your antagonist. They are a wounded soul who, in their own way, propelled you toward your own greatness. Your response will no longer be emotional. It will be transcendent. And here is the most sacred part of this entire journey. When this person finally sees you, truly sees you, the lesson isn't just for them. It's for the world. They will not only learn not to underestimate others, they will be compelled to look inward. They will have to ask themselves, how many other beautiful souls have I misjudged? How many opportunities for connection have I missed because of my own pride? How many times has my own fear prevented me from growing? Your role as a catalyst in their life extends far beyond a personal dynamic. It's an invitation for them to awaken, to become more humble, more open, more capable of seeing the divine in others. And if they accept this invitation, you will both emerge from this experience more whole, more loving, and more aligned with your true purpose. During this time, you will also discover magnificent aspects of yourself. You will realize that your inner strength is far vaster and more resilient than you ever imagined. You will see that your capacity to move forward with an open heart is one of your greatest strengths. You will understand that every single moment you spent feeling underestimated wasn't wasted time. It was sacred preparation. Every doubt they cast was a stone that reinforced your seawalls. Every dismissive comment was water that only deepened your own well. Without knowing it, they were a part of your becoming. And when you fully grasp this, a feeling of gratitude may wash over you. Not gratitude for their unkindness, but gratitude for the journey it initiated. They forced you to dig deeper, to find a confidence built not on the shifting sands of external validation, but on the bedrock of your own soul's truth. The moment of revelation won't be a victory over them. It will be a victory over the last lingering whispers of self-doubt they tried to plant within you. It will be the final glorious confirmation that you were never the person they said you were. You were always and have always been the person your soul knew you could become. The justice here is poetic and perfect because it will be delivered through the simple, graceful exercise of your own gifts. You won't need to strive or fight. You only need to be. Your authentic, peaceful presence alone is the entire sermon. Dear Cancer, in the time leading up to this moment, you may feel a new energy building within you. A quiet, powerful calm that comes from a deep knowing of your own worth. A profound peace that comes from trusting that truth. Like the tide always returns, this energy will act as a magnet drawing to you the people and situations that will perfectly position you for that moment of graceful revelation. And when it happens, you will both know with unshakable certainty that this is no coincidence. You will feel the hand of a higher intelligence lovingly orchestrating this moment so that balance is restored and all hearts can heal. Prepare to be astonished by your own grace. Prepare to discover a depth of maturity within you that you may not have fully acknowledged. And prepare to feel a satisfaction that comes not from seeing another humbled, but from seeing truth beautifully and finally set free. The one who doubted you is about to be offered one of their most important lessons, and you will be the teacher simply by being their safe harbor. This experience will liberate you completely from any lingering energetic ties to this person. You will finally be able to move forward unburdened by the need to prove anything to anyone. Because once the truth of who you are is seen so clearly, there is nothing left to prove. The universe will have spoken through you, and you will realize that being a catalyst for karma isn't about punishment, it's about healing. Healing for them as they learn to open their eyes, and healing for you as you are released from the last shadow of their doubt. Your time has come, dear Cancer. The time to show the world, and most importantly yourself, the magnificent truth of your being. Not with a crashing wave, but with a steady, peaceful tide. The universe has already set the stage. The moonlight is upon you. All you have to do is step into it and glow. Are you ready to fully embrace your role, not as an instrument of justice, but as a beacon of compassion, and show the world that your depth was never meant to be hidden? If this message has resonated in the deepest chambers of your heart, it is because your soul already knows this to be true. Subscribe to this channel to create a sacred space, a safe harbor where your feelings are not just tolerated, but deeply and joyfully celebrated. What happens next is just the beginning of a new chapter where you will never again allow anyone to convince you that you are anything less than magnificent. You are about to discover that you were always right about yourself. Flow on, dear Cancer. The ocean has always been yours.